Alright, so welcome to the Play Property channel. We are starting our 2000 All-Stars season. We are starting off at Daytona, so the Daytona 500. And I've already kind of started off by rolling already for the TV spots because we're doing the race week events guide for qualifying. So I drew Brian Vickers first, so his trophy will turn into a gold. Then we got Joey Logano, Carl Edwards, Greg Biffle, Tony Stewart, Steve Park, Jerry Nadeau, and Dale Jarrett. So we've got 8 TV drivers to start. And yeah, so I guess I should get into qualifying. So I'll start rolling the dice here. So we'll start with Brian Vickers, of course, because he was the first one drawn. And we get a 63. So for him, pit crew cohesion, placement A, plus performance chip. So he ends up having a very good... Brian Vickers has got his crew is all together. So he will gain, because he's a gold trophy, he will gain the pole. And we'll have a performance chip to help protect it. Now let's see what goes on with Joey Logano. They rolled, is that another 63 again for the same thing? Yep, pit crew cohesion, placement A plus performance chip. So, but he's a little bit differently. He is a silver. So he goes to the top group. So he'll go second with a performance chip. Carl Edwards, we got a 32. Team cohesion during race week, placement A plus a performance chip. So far everybody's getting the good stuff. Now we got Greg Biffle. He gets 45. What is 45? He gets a TV interview. So we're going to roll on a different chart. 16 for TV interview. The fans were out today, and I was just feeding off of them. Turned out to be a great day for the sponsor racing. He gets placement A. Which he is a gold driver. So he will finish in the top group. So he felt the fans were beside him, so he gets up there. So far, been rolling good for all the TV guys. Tony Stewart is next. He gets a 65. He also gets a TV interview. And he gets a 23. 23 TV interview. I feel like I have this track figured out and was able to do some things. I feel good about this race. He gets placement A, again with gold trophy. He's going to get into the top group. So, wow, a lot of the TV drivers doing very well. We got Steve Park. Hopefully we continue for him because he's got no trophies. We got a 55. TV Event X. So we're going to go into a different chart. Roll again for Steve Park. We get a 16. Driver makes TV comment about a current event and gets placement C. So he goes into the bottom group. So he starts off at 20th position, so that's a good spot for Steve Park. He's a non-trophy driver, so he doesn't usually qualify that high. Jerry Nadeau, he gets a 56. So with a 56, he's got a hot lap and hot laps placement B plus a performance chip. Gold driver is placement A, so he gets placement B. So placement B will still be top group, but with a performance chip. So far, a lot of... This is my first... I've played about 3 races already, and I've had to kind of discard some because I was playing it wrong. So basically I've had 3 practice races, but this is the first time for doing this. Every single TV event's been good. 51, of course I may just jinxed Dale Jarrett, but we'll see. Driver appears on ESPN Race Week segment placement C. So he will get top placement of middle group. So he will get the 8th place, so that's still not bad. I mean, seeing how there's only 1 spot ahead of you, you could start off with. Yeah, so that's amazing. That's that's my best performance for TV week. So now we're gonna get the hot drivers. So let's see, maybe hopefully a lot higher rolls here. We're gonna get 7 hot drivers with fast laps. So let's see what we got. So Johnny Benson Jr. It's good to see a trophy, non-trophy person get a fast lap. Jamie McMurray, Michael Waltrip, Kevin Harvick, David Ruderman, Kyle Busch, and then the last one for having faster than normal qualifying is going to be Bill Elliott. So Johnny Benson will end up in the next group, the bottom group, so he'll end up starting behind Steve Park here at 21st. What do we got next here? We got a silver, highest available position in the top group. So Jamie McMurray will go to 7th. And basically, everybody else is going to have to qualify because they're all trophies into the middle group. So Michael Waltrip will go 9th. Kevin Harvick will go 10th. David Ruderman will go 11th. Kyle Busch will go 12th. And Bill Elliott will go 13th. There, already got the top 13 drivers already. So now we're going to determine which drivers had a slow qualifying week. And we're going to get, again, 7. So slow. Oh, these are not good for non-trophy drivers. Robbie Gordon's probably not going to make it. Either is Jimmy Spencer. Bad spots for them. Dale Earnhardt Jr., Ward Burton, Dale Earnhardt, Rusty Wallace, and Ricky Rudd. So these are the ones with the slower than normal qualifying time. So basically, Robbie Gordon fails to qualify for the race. Jimmy Spencer fails to qualify for the race. I like to see the non-trophy drivers actually trying to make the race. It would be kind of great, but it doesn't always happen. So basically, Dale Earnhardt Jr. moves to the top of the bubble. Ward Burton moves to the top of the bubble. Dale Earnhardt moves to the top of the bubble. Rusty Wallace, because he's the only gold one, he goes to the bottom. So he will qualify, 23rd? And Ricky Rudd, again, goes to the bubble. So they're at the top of the bubble. So now everybody else has normal. So, silver goes to, let me just make certain, yeah, middle. So that would be 14th for Juan Pablo Montoya. Jeff Green goes to the bubble. Terry Labonte goes to the bubble. Ryan Newman's a gold. He will go 15th. Sterling Martin is bronze. He goes to the bottom. Ricky Craven goes to the bubble. Casey King goes to 16th. Joe Nemechek goes to the bottom group. Mike Skinner goes to the bottom group. Mark Martin will go 17th. Ken Schrader goes to the bubble. Elliott Sadler goes to the bottom. Brad Keselowski goes to the bottom. Bobby Labonte goes to 18th. Scott Riggs goes to the bottom group. Jeff Gordon goes to 19th. That fills up our spots there. John Andretti goes to the bubble. Jeremy Mayfair goes to the bottom stack. Clint Boyer goes to the bottom. Jimmy Johnson goes to the bottom group. Casey Mears, he goes to the bubble. Dave Blaney goes to the bubble. Denny Hamlin qualifies in the bottom group. Matt Kenseth qualifies in the bottom group. Kurt Busch qualifies in the bottom group. Bobby Hamilton goes to the bubble. Martin Truex Jr. qualifies in the bottom group. And we got Jeff Burton in the bottom group. All right, so we still got to get 43 cars in. So we're at 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. So we got 36 drivers already qualified. So that leaves room for 36. So that is another 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's going to be to the end of the qualifying. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. will squeeze in at the bottom. Ward Burton will get in. Dale Earnhardt will get in. Ricky Rudd will get in. And for the non-trophy guys, you're going to have Jeff Green, Terry Labonte, and Ricky Craven. All right, so those guys made it. So fortunately, Bobby Hamilton didn't make it. Dave Blaney didn't make it. Casey Mears, John Andretti, and then Ken Schrader just was on the outside, so he just misses. All right, so I'll stop it here because I got to get my sheet all updated and with the field, and then we'll go from there. All right, so let's start. The Daytona 500, so this is going to be 50 turns. This is one of the longer races versus a standard opening act usually for the NASCAR season. So like I said, I'm doing a 13. So let's see what we're going to get. I can bring this down now. So we're going to start off with top group 10, which is going to be trouble. So actually I might put that back down here. So let's look for, oh, that's trouble. That's trouble. So now we got to do everybody's escape rating in the top group. There's a lot of chips there, so it shouldn't be that bad. So we got escape -1, repair +1 for this track. So Brian Vickers is an 8 with a -1. He needs a 7 to avoid trouble. He avoids it. Joey Logano, 9 -1 would be 8. Carl Edwards, 10 with -1 would be a 9. Greg Biffle, if I pick up my dice properly, 8 -1, so he needs a 7. He gets a 6. Tony Stewart, 10 -1, he needs a 9. He gets a 6. Jerry Nadeau with a 7 -1 would be a 6. And he gets exactly a 6. Wow, might not get any trouble at all. Jamie McMurray, escape. 8 -1 would be 7. And I guess I spoke too soon. Sorry, Jamie. So the only one that kind of spins out is going to be Jamie McNeil. So now we got to roll and repair. So his repair is a B. Of course, we're in the first part. So 10 + 1. So he needs an 11 to get back into the race. 11, he rolls a 10. Jimmy Murray just basically falls from 7th to the bottom. Now we got to do the fill the gap. There will be a yellow, but it's just going to be a 1 yellow though. But we'll fill the gap here first. So 6 still, Jarrett does not fill the gap. Michael Waltrip does not fill the gap. Kevin Harvick will. For filling the gap there, Steve Park will get it. And we also go with a yellow for the next turn. So we lose a turn. I'm just going to double check filling the gap. Make sure I did do that right. Actually, no, I did that wrong. It's supposed to be because the yellow flag came out. Gotta make certain I'm playing properly here. Sorry. Yeah, yellow flag will come out. So, so that will actually be. Oh, that's actually gonna be Daryl Jarrett will move up. So everybody just moves up 1. All right, I believe that is correct. Yeah, Harvick was behind Michael Waltrip. So yeah, everybody just moves up 1. Yellow result. So forget about filling the gap, because we did have a yellow flag. Okay. So now, so now we just roll for turn 3. Gotta make sure playing properly here. This is the Play Property channel after all. So now we got a 6, which is a dual. And dual 11, so that's going to be number 3 cars in middle group. Get a chance to duel. So I'll just go first. So the Juan Pablo Mateo has to be within the same group, so you can kind of duel with Michael Waltrip. You know what? It's a bit of a risk, but he's going to do it. He's going to try to do it. And he fails, so now he's got to do a treble result. Treble result with a 3, and where's the other die? 5, 8. No, he tries to duel and takes himself into a wreck. We'll check on him in a minute because we'll do the next one. Bill Elliott will also try to duel Michael Waltrip. And he will succeed. So Bill Elliott will move up and get a performance chip. And Michael Waltrip is going to have to try to avoid get tangled in trouble. He's got a 5 minus 1. Not a great chance for him. No, Michael Waltrip is going to get tangled up here too. Into trouble, which is going to bring out, of course, another yellow flag. But first off, we got to see if these guys make it back on the track. So I'm playing a little bit more aggressive right now, and we got 2 cars in trouble. So Juan Pablo Montoya, he's going to B. Michael Waltrip's going to C. So he's got a B, so that would be 10 plus 1, so it's going to be 11, so most likely he's going to come back. Yeah, well, Pablo Mateo's going to go to the back. And Michael Waltrip, he's got a C, so that's 9 plus 1, so 10. He gets 8, so Michael Waltrip will just go to the back. I'm going to put Michael Waltrip on fuming because he got taken out. Okay, so he's going to be fuming. I'm not going to say there's a feud, but he's going to be fuming. He is upset. Because the yellow comes out, everybody just moves up. So Johnny Benson Jr. moves up into the middle group, and Rusty Wallace will move up. And this turn, and because 2 cars, is going to be 2 more yellows. So we're already up into the 6th turn already. And what do we have? We got ourselves the top group with a 9. So that is heat. So anybody with the heat trait, so that'll be Tony Stewart, will get a shot at the leader. He gets a 6 for gas pedal, so that's not going to work. Any other heat? Nope. So that's a very quick 6th turn. We're into turn 7 already. And we've got, oh, wrong dice. We got the pit stop. First pit stop. First pit stop. And it's going to be for TV drivers. And 1 to 2 spots are going to be switching. So Joey Logano and Carl Edwards will swap spots. David Ritterman, Kyle Busch will move up. Kevin Harvick, Bill Elliott will move down. And just all the TV drivers. Let me just make 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it's the TV drivers. Yeah, so it's just the TV drivers, which we've got. I think we got all of them up, don't we? Yeah, all the TV drivers are up. So start off with Brian Vickers. He's got a fast pit of 5. He gets a 6, just barely miss. Carl Edwards got a fast pit of 10. He gets a chip. Joey Logano's got a fast pit of 7. He rolls a 3, so he gets 1. Greg Biffle's got a fast pit of 5. He doesn't get 1. Tony Stewart's got a fast pit of 10. And he gets a 9. He barely gets 1. Jerry Nadeau's got a fast pit of 4. He gets a 5. He just barely misses. Dale Jarrett's got a fast pit of 6. And he gets a 9. Steve Park has got a fast pit of 4. He gets a 6, so he doesn't get 1. So now we got to redo people with performance chips. So they'll move up. No, actually, yeah, that would be right. Greg Biffle will go back there, then he'll go back there. Performance chips, so Bill Elliott will swap with David Ritterman. He's the only one down there with a performance chip. Alright, so now we get to roll the black die to see who's going to challenge the leader. Coming out of the pits is going to be number 3, so it's going to be Tony Stewart. So he's got to just pass his gas pedal. He did a 6, so he doesn't pass, but he does have a chip. If he spins a chip, he's been a chip, so it's not going to be anything. So it's beneficial for him to keep that chip. It's one thing I kind of changed in the rules. Is that there's a possibility if you keep your chip, you might as well keep it because it prevents you from having to go back. And one race it did actually came right down. We're doing that actually allowed the guy to actually win because he saved his chip. In the last turn, he managed to take the leader and win the race. So I do believe that is the most beneficial way to kind of play this with the chips. Is you want to maintain the chips as much as possible. All right, so that ends the pits for turn 7, so we're turning to turn 8. Turn 8, we get 3, which is the mid group, for 6, which is the star quality. So we got some people trying to make it into the top group. So we got Rusty first. Rusty Wallace, he's got a 1 for gas pedal. He'll be challenging Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards will defend, though, with that 1 blue. He's got enough defense for that. Jeff Gordon is a star. He's got a star beside his star, so he gets 2 shots at it. 1 passes the gas. 6 means he's going after Dale Jarrett. And then a 5, 1, 2, 3, that is enough. So Jeff Gordon will move up. And as that was just his first attempt, he gets a shot now at the leader, Brian Vickers. He's got a 4, which passes the gas. 3 defense. 2, yeah, so he would take it, but Brian Vickers has a chip, so Brian Vickers will spend his chip to keep Jeff Gordon from the lead. Now we go to Bobby Labonte, who is a star. He's got a 6 for his gas pedal, so that's not going to work. Casey Kane is a star. He's got also a 6 for his gas pedal, so that's not going to work. Ryan Newman is a star. He's got a 2 for gas. He'll be challenging Carl Edwards, but Carl Edwards does have a 1 for the defense, which is enough for his break. So Kevin Harvick is next. Kevin Harvick's got a 1 for gas. He'll be challenging Jerry Nadeau with a 6, which usually would be automatic failure, but he's got a performance chip, so he will spend it to keep Kevin Harvick back. Kyle Busch got the next chance. He's got a 5 for gas, which fails. So that's going to end that. Bill Elliott is the last star. And he's got a 2 for the gas pedal. He'll be challenging Joey Logano with a 3. With that would be a success. But if Joey plays that for defense, play that. So no matter what, he's not going to be able to take him. So it'll be beneficial just to keep. Well, actually, he's going to have to spend 1 chip no matter what because he has to defend. Yeah, no matter what, he has to spend a chip to defend. He's not going to spend because he'll just defend again. So yeah, so Joey Logano has to lose a chip. Bill Elliott's going to just save his chip because it will keep protecting him. And yeah, that will end turn 8. Go to turn 9. And we got a 2, so it's going to be top group. 7, which is going to be skill. So anybody with skill, Jeff Gordon doesn't have skill, but Greg Biffle does, and he's got star besides skill. So he's going to get 2 shots at Brian Vickers for taking the lead. 6 gas pedal is going to fail. Oh, for defense, 1, 2 is going to be, blue die has to be 4, higher than 3 for defense. Greg Biffle, 5 for gas, fails. Anybody else with skill? Tony Stewart's got skill. Tony Stewart also has a performance chip, so he will for sure take it from Brian Vickers. 4, 2, 5. Yeah, he doesn't even have to spin his chip, so Tony Stewart will move up. So Tony Stewart takes the lead in turn 9. We also got Joey Logano's got skill too. So we'll have to see if Tony Stewart can hold first. Joey's got a 2 there. We got a 5 for defense. Where's 2, 4, 5? Has to be a 6 to succeed. If he spends his chip, he'll just spend his chip, so it's better for him just to keep it. Sorry, that was Joey Logano. Carl Edwards is next. He's got 2 chips and skill, so he's got a chance with 2 chips to take out Tony Stewart. I prefer to do it while keeping some chips, though. So 4, it would succeed. 4, that would be a failure. If he spends 1, he would have to spend 1. Then he'll spend another 1. So this is where he will spend all the chips to take first from Tony Stewart. So we got a new leader on turn 9, Carl Edwards. Brian Vickers just couldn't hold on because if you hold the lead for 10 turns, you get a bonus chip to defend with, and Brian Vickers is just short. We're now at turn 10. In turn 10, we got top group again with a 9, which is going to be heat. So Jeff Gordon is going to have a shot at taking over first. That's within his gas. And 5, I think it has to be a 6 though, right? Oh no, he doesn't have heat. So he doesn't have heat, so that's going to be a 4 defense. So that actually succeeds. So Carl Edwards loses the lead. Next turn, Jeff Gordon has got it. Anybody else with heat? Tony Stewart's got heat, so Tony Stewart may take it from Jeff Gordon here. Yeah, that's enough for the gas. Defense is a 4 though. He's got heat 2, 4, 5. Yeah, so he defends Tony Stewart. So at the end of turn 10, we got Jeff Gordon in the lead. And that's the first 10 turns. We're now 1/5 of the way through the race. All right, now it's time to do turn 11 of the Daytona 500. Jeff Gordon is the new leader. Now let's see where we're going to get mid-group. And I can't see the other die here. Where is it? So mid-group 3. That's going to be a problem. So somebody's going to be having a problem in the mid-group. So the roll to identify the person with the problem is a 65. That's going to be driver number 6 odd. That's going to be Rusty Wallace. And let's see what problem Rusty Wallace has. He gets a 56. Lost engine, out of race, and a yellow flag. Oh, too bad for Rusty Wallace. He just lost his engine. And unfortunately, he finishes last in the race. We get a yellow flag. Sterling Marlin will fill the gap. Come on up. Yeah, too bad for Rusty Wallace. That's pretty bad luck there. But that stuff happens in NASCAR, so. Rusty Wallace finishes 43rd in the Daytona 500. Oh, with a bad engine. Okay, so now we go to turn. Because of the yellow, this will be turn 13. And we got a duel 7. So that will be Fume Feud. So, who's fuming? Fuming is Michael Waltrip. I'm not too familiar with these rules, so just give me one moment. Okay, so basically, anybody may vent his anger out on any driver in his group. So Michael Waltrip is fuming and he's at the back. So I don't know. I think I'm just gonna split the deck here and say he's gonna take it out on Jeff Burton. So we roll the dice again. We get a 6. Turtle and rabbit to bottom. So basically what happens is they both go to the bottom. Jeff Burton, because he was ahead, will go like that. So that's what happens. Michael Waltrip fumes a bit with Jeff Burton and drags Jeff Burton down toward the bottom with him. And that will end this turn. Turn 14. We get ourselves a 3, which would be the mid group. We did roll doubles, so that will be a problem. We'll have to add. And then we've got a 6. So we'll do 6 first. We'll do the star, then we'll deal with the problem afterwards. So we got Sterling Marlin. He's a star. He gets a chance to move up into the top group. He's got a 1 for gas. He'll be challenging Tony Stewart with a 4. And what is this with star? Tony Stewart is a star. 2. So it needs higher than 4. So unfortunately, Tony Stewart will defend. Dale Jarrett is a star, so he gets to try. He gets a 5 on his gas pedal, which is good. He's challenging Carl Edwards with a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is defended. So Carl Edwards defends his position. Bobby Labonte is the next one to try to break up into the top group. We get a 6 for gas pedal. Almost triples. We also got Casey Kane. Casey Kane gets a 3 for gas pedal. He will challenge Brian Vickers with a 2. And Brian Vickers doesn't have that good defense, so Casey Kane moves up. Then we got Ryan Newman next. Ryan Newman, 6 for gas pedal, so that's not going to work. Kevin Harvick is next. Three for gas pedal. He'll be challenging Greg Biffle with a 5, which will be enough. So Kevin Harvick will move up the top group. Greg Biffle will fall back down. And then the last star we got in this group is going to be Bill Elliott. He's got the last chance to get up into the top group. He's got a 1 for gas pedal. He'll be challenging Joey Logano with a 2 defense, which would be enough for would be enough for a victory. So Joey Logano is gonna want to keep chips as much as possible. If he spends it, he's going to spend it to win it. So he might as well just let the victory go through. So Bill Elliott will move up. Joey Logano will move down, and they'll keep both their chips. I believe that's what we want to do, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, we got the problem we're going to deal with too. So the problem, I'm going to roll to see who's going to have the problem first. Problem is going to be 65. 65 is driver number 6 odd. Sterling Marlin. That's kind of been a bad spot for problems. Sterling Marlin's got a problem now. We get a 33. Odd problem, but if he's got a pit crew A, the problem does not occur. Does he have a pit crew A? No, he's got a C. So he's going to go on to an odd problem. We get a 41 under odd problem. Electrical problem, hood up, roll for repair. Now, we're still on the top of the 1/3. So his repair from a problem is going to be 7 plus 1, so he needs an 8. It is a 6, so he will stay in the race, but he will fall all the way back to last. So now we do a fill the gap where we have to roll. Joe Nemechek's got the first chance to fill the gap. He fails. Mike Skinner's got the next chance. He fails. Elliott Sadler's got the next chance. And he succeeds. So Elliott Sadler will move up to 19th. That ends this turn. Now we're into turn 15. Turn 15, we get a 5, which is the bottom group, with 8, which is control. So Sterling Marlin, he just recently got to the bottom with some electrical problems, so he gets a chance to work his way back up to the middle group again. He's got 2 for gas. He'll be challenging 6 even, so he'll be challenging Johnny Benson Jr. And then with a 1, Johnny Benson's actually got a control. He's actually got control too, so unfortunately he will defend. So Sterling Marlin is going to be stuck still in the back. If Johnny Benson Jr. didn't have control, he would have gotten in there, but Michael Waltrip doesn't have the control skill. Jeff Burton doesn't. Pablo Montoya doesn't have control. Jamie McMurray does. One for gas pedal. 6 odds. He'll be going for Elliott Sadler. With a 1, Elliott Sadler has got a 1 break, so that is enough to defend. Ricky Craven doesn't have control. Terry Labonte does have control. So far, my 3 practice races, he actually never. This is his first time he's actually made a race. But 1 for gas pedal is good. He'll be going for 2 odds. He'll be looking at Greg Biffle with a 4, and that will be enough. So Terry Labonte will bump Greg Biffle, the TV person, off the mid group. Jeff Green doesn't have control. Ricky Rudd. Ricky Rudd's got a 4 for gas, which isn't enough. Dale Earnhardt's got a chance to move up. Dale Earnhardt will roll a 4 for gas. He will challenge 3 even. So he's going after Ryan Newman with a 3, and that will be enough. So Ryan Newman falls back, and Dale Earnhardt will move up. Ward Burton is next. 1 for gas. He'll be challenging the 1 odd. So he's looking at Kyle Busch with a 5, which should be enough. Yep, so Ward Burton will switch with Kyle Busch. Then we got Dale Earnhardt Jr. He's got a 5 for gas, which fails. Martin Truex Jr. doesn't have control. Kurt Busch does, and he's got a star in control, so he gets 2 shots. Kurt Busch gets a 5 for gas, which fails, but he gets another shot at it. He gets a 4 for gas this time, which is good. 4 group even, so I'd be looking at Mark Martin, who's trying to replace. And then with a 5, that will be good enough. So Kurt Busch will knock Mark Martin off of the mid group here. Matt Kenseth has also got control of a star, so he'll get 2 chances to get out. He rolls a 6 for the gas pedal, so that will negate his first attempt. This is where having the star comes into effect, because you get a second try at it, but he rolls another 6 there, so that's not going to work for him. Denny Hamlin's has got control. He's got a 3, which is good. He's going to go for the 1 odd. So he's looking at Ward Burton with a 1, but Ward's got a defensive 2, so that won't work. Jimmy Johnson with control, and he's got a star on control, so he'll get 2 shots at getting out from the bottom. 6 gas pedal is going to fail for his first one. He's got a 4 for second one. He'll be going for 5 spot even, so that will be Dale Jarrett he's going after. With 2, but he's got 1 break and control, so that's enough for 2 defense. So Jimmy Johnson does not get out of the bottom group. Clint Boyer's got a shot to get out. The Boyer's got a 2. He will challenge to 1 even, so he'll be going after Joey Logano. With a 2. Usually that would work, but like I said, this is where keeping the chip comes in handy. Joey Logano will spin the chip to maintain his position. See, that was why, I keep the chips as much as possible. Jeremy Mayfield has got control. So you're trying to get out. 4 is just outside his gas pedal. Scott Riggs has also got control. Four is outside his gas pedal. Brad Keselowski got control. One for gas. He will go for 6 odds. I'd be going for Elliott Sadler with a 6. That should be an automatic failure. So Brad Keselowski will replace Elliott Sadler. Skinner's got control. He's going to try to move up. 4 gas pedal is not high enough. And then we got Joe Nemechek, which I think is the last one here. Yep. Four for gas, which is good. He will challenge 5 even. So that will be Dale Jarrett with a 2. But Derek Jarrett will defend. And there we go. So those are the changes. Joey Logano had to use up his performance chip, keep himself up there. And now we head into turn 16. And then we hit another pit. Turn 16. So this would be for the top group. We did row doubles, so there will be a problem. And with a 10, it is going to be trouble. So this could be bad for the group, especially seeing how there's only one performance chip out there. So we'll do the problem last again. Or maybe we should do it first. Yeah, we'll do it last. Alright, so Jeff Gordon with escape speed -1. So he's got escape of 7, so he needs a 6. And he does get a 6. I'm going to move this up because I'm expecting cars to come out. Jeff Gordon is okay. Tony Stewart, 10 -1 is 9. He rolls a 7. He's good. Bill Elliott, escape 9 -1, which is 8. He rolls a 4. He's okay. Casey Kane, 7 -1. We need a 6. He gets a 9. So Casey Kane is spun out or in a wreck. Jerry Nadeau, escape 7 -1. He needs a 6. He can roll a 5. He's good. Kevin Harvick is 11 -1, so 10. Kevin Harvick's pretty good at avoiding trouble. And Carl Edwards is a 10 -1, so it'll be a 9. And we got ourselves an 8. So only one car goes out. So Casey Kane is the only car that goes out. So we got to roll for repairs, which is +1. And where are we in the race? We're still within the 1/3. So trouble. He's got a pit crew of B. So 10 +1. So he just needs to roll 11 to stay in the race. And it's an 8. So he does stay in the race. He'll end up in the back. Now, there is going to be a yellow, so everybody will be moving up 1. But we also got a problem here, too. So, we'll move everybody up 1, I guess, first. So Joe Nemechek will come in 19th. And then we'll roll for the problem. Let me put that back down. Nope. So it will be Tony Stewart with the 1. I believe, right? Yeah, red die roll. So, and now we got to figure out the problem for Tony Stewart. It's a 24. Tire rub drop to front of bottom group. Okay, so rub some tires, and he just goes to the top of the bottom group. So it's not, he didn't go all the way to the back, but he just falls to 20th. Now, it means everybody else gets to move up 1 because we are under yellow. Now, because Tony Stewart would technically, because the way I did it, would move up there. I'm going to say that we fill the gap before he gets back out. So Mike Skinner will be 19th. Then he'll be 20th. So that's where Tony Stewart should finish at the end of the problem. Okay, that ends that turn. So now we go for the pits. So we'll get a chance to get some performance chips out here to help with defense and offense. 6 is going to be TV, and 4 and 1s are going to be switching. So Carl Edwards will switch with Bill Elliott. And Steve Parkdale Jarrett will move up. Terry Labonte and David Rinneman will move back. All right. So now it's just the TV people that get in the top middle group. So we've had 8 TV groups, but we got 2 TV guys in the bottom now. So we're only going to have to roll for 6 people here. Carl Edwards, fast pit is a 10. And he gets a 6, so Carl Edwards will get a chip. Jerry Nadeau, fast pit of 4. He gets 1. Now, there's a special rule where I could try to go for a double with a chance to risk to lose it, because Jerry Nadeau with a low fast pit does not have a good chance of ever getting one. I am going to risk it. Because with the 6, he gets 6 under, which is better than his usual fast pit roll. So if he can get 6 and under, which unfortunately he got a 7. So 7, he will actually end up losing it. But I feel that's the only time to really be trying to get the extra chip is when you got a really low fast pit. Joey Logano, fast pit 7. He rolled an 8. Dale Jarrett's got a fast pit of 6. 9. Steve Park, fast pit of 4. And he gets an 8. And Brian Vickers, fast pit of 5. For 6, so he doesn't get one. Well, that's kind of bad. We only got 1 extra chip to come out on the board. Bill Elliott will switch with Jerry Nadeau then. And then we get to roll to see who gets a chance to go over to the leader. And it's going to be Kevin Harvick's got a chance. He just has to roll 4 on the gas pedal, but he misses with a 5. Excuse me. All right, so that ends that turn. 6. That's what is that? Turn 17. So now we're into turn 18. Jeff Gordon's still leading. We're going to have a 6, which is going to be a duel. 7. It's going to be the fuming Michael Waltrip. Where are you, Michael Waltrip? Oh, Michael Waltrip. Fuming again. Who's he going to fume with this time? I'm just going to pick a random person ahead of him. So we'll say Mark Martin. Mark Martin's the rabbit. Michael Waltrip would be the turtle. We roll a 6. Turtle and rabbit to bottom. So Michael Waltrip will fume again, and he will bring Mark Martin with him to the bottom. All right, so there we go. That turn is over. And we go to turn 19. And we got a 5. So that is bottom group. And with a 5, that's going to be reflex. So this is a chance for the bottom group to kind of move up until the mid group. We have to have the reflex skill. Michael Waltrip does not. Mark Martin does. He'd like to get away from the feuding Michael Waltrip back there. 1 for gas is good. He will go for 6, so that would be the odd. So he'll be going for Mike Skinner with a 5, which will be enough. So Mark Martin will get himself up there in Mike Skinner's spot. Mike Skinner falls back. Casey Kane's got control. Three for gas. Going for the 3 group odds. So that'll be Bobby Labonte he's going after. Bobby Labonte does have a break in control for 2 defense. So Casey Kane will stay down. Sterling Marlin. Four for gas, which is good. 6 even, so he will be going after Joe Nemechek. With a 6 for defense, that looks to be an automatic failure. So Sterling Marlin will take over 18th spot. All right. Jeff Burton doesn't have... Oh, actually, we're supposed to do reflex, aren't we? Why was I doing control? That's okay. Those guys had reflex too. That's all right. That is all right. That is all right. That is all right. I don't know why I was doing control. It's supposed to be reflex. But everybody did who had control also had reflex, so that is all right. I almost did not play properly there. But yeah, that's why I was part kind of keep the dice there so I remember what you're rolling under. So it is reflex. Oh. Okay. So Jeff Burton's got reflex. With reflex 3, he will be challenging 5 odds. So that will be Brad Kozlowski. With a 4, actually his defense, his defense was a reflex too. So that's good. Yeah. So far everything's good. Everything's good. Okay, so where am I? 5 odd, 4. 4 would be enough to knock Brad Kozlowski down, and Jeff Burton will move up. No reflex. No reflex. Ricky Craven has got reflex. 1 for gas. He will challenge 1 odd. So I was looking at Steve Park with a 3, and that will be enough to switch Ricky Craven with Steve Park. Greg Biffle's got no reflex. Jeff Green doesn't. Ricky Red does. Ricky Red. 4 is outside his gas pedal. Ryan Newman's got reflex. So we got a 3 for a gas pedal. 4 odd. So I'll be looking at Terry Labonte with a 5, which would be enough. So Ryan Newman will put Terry Labonte down. Kyle Busch has got reflex with a star, so he will get 2 chances to move up. 1 for gas. He'll be targeting 2 odd. So that will be Brian Vickers with a 5, which should be enough. So Kyle Busch will knock Brian Vickers down. And then he gets another shot to move all the way up to the top group. Five for gas is not enough. Dale Earnhardt has also got 2 for reflex, so he'll get 2 chances to move up. 3 for gas, he will challenge to 1 odd, so that'll be Ricky Craven with a 2, and that is enough. So Dale Earnhardt will knock Ricky Craven down. And the Dale Earnhardt Jr. has got a chance to move up to the top group. He's got a 5 for gas, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, not enough. Martin Truex Jr. doesn't have reflex. Matt Kenseth does. One for gas. He will challenge 5 odd. So that will be Jeff Burton. And with a 5 defense, that will be enough. So Matt Kenseth and Jeff Burton switch spots. Denny Hamlin's got reflex. Yeah, I got a 6 for gas pedal, so he will stay down. Jimmy Johnson's got reflex, and he's got a star, so he gets 2 chances. So we got a 3 for gas. He will challenge 3 odd. So that will be Bobby Labonte with a 5, and that will be enough. So Jimmy Johnson will knock Bobby Labonte down to the bottom group. And then Jimmy Johnson will get a chance to move up to the top group. 3 for gas. He will target Carl Edwards. Carl Edwards, though, will easily defend with a 2 roll, so that will end that. Clint Boyer's got a star for reflex, so he'll get 2 chances here, too. He's got a 6 for gas in his first roll, so he'll have to roll again. And he rolls 6 again so that will end Clint Boyer. Reflex. And Tony Stewart's got reflex, so he's got a chance to move back up. Four for gas. He will challenge 1 even. So he's looking at Dale Jarrett with a 6, which will be an automatic failure. So he will swap spots with Dale Jarrett. TV drivers are going down in the bottom now. Half the TV drivers are now in the bottom group. And they all started at the very top, mostly. So that ends that turn. So now we're at turn 20. And we're going to get bottom group again. But this time for trouble, though. Oh, I get a feeling there's going to be a lot of cars going out, so I'm going to move this over here because I'm going to be doing a lot of die rolls here. So escape's going to be -1. So Michael Waltrip, 5 minus 1 is a 4. Oh yeah, I gotta do it from the beginning. Sorry, I gotta do it from the top. So sorry, I gotta do it from the top. So basically, Dale Jarrett, again, 5 minus 1 is a 4. Dale Jarrett gets collected. He's the first one in the accident. Elliott Sadler, 8 minus 1. He manages to get collected 2. Scott Riggs, 7 minus 1 is a 6. He rolled a 7, so he's collected. So far, taken a lot of drivers already. Jeremy Mayfield, 7 minus 1, so he needs a 6. He gets a 9, so he's collected. Ooh. Clint Boyer with a 10 minus 1, which is a 9. He rolled an 11. Clint Boyer is collected. So far, nobody's been able to get out of this rack. Bobby Labonte, 8 minus 1 is a 7. He's okay. He survives. Now we got Denny Hamlin, 11 minus 1 is a 10. Roll a 9, he's okay. Jeff Burton, 8 minus 1 is a 7. He rolled an 8, so he's collected in it. We got Martin Trudeau Jr., 7 minus 1, so he needs a 6 or less. He got a 10, he's collected in the accident. This is basically the big one right here. Ricky Craven, 6 minus 1 is a 5. He rolled a 10, so Ricky Craven is collected in this accident too. We got Brian Vickers, 8 minus 1 is a 7. And he rolled a 9. He's collected. We got Terry Labonte, 6 minus 1 is a 5. He's actually okay. Terry Labonte manages to get himself through that. Ricky Rudd, 6 minus 1 is a 5. He manages to make it through. Jeff Green, 8 minus 1 is a 7. He rolls an 11, so Jeff Green is caught up in this. And we got Greg Biffle next. 8 minus 1 is a 7. And 7, he just barely makes it through. Steve Park, again, 8 minus 1 is a 7. He rolls a 9. He is collected in this. Then we've got Jamie McMurray, 8 minus 1 is a 7. Rolled an 8, so he is collected in this. I'm running out of room. Juan Pablo Monteo's an 8 minus 1. 6, he's okay. Brad Kozlowski's a 9 minus 1, so we need an 8 or less. We got exactly an 8, so he managed to make it through. Joe Nemechek, 7 minus 1 is a 6. And I got a 9, so he's collected also. Casey Kane, 7 minus 1 is a 6. Rolled an 11, so he's collected in this accident. A couple more drivers left. Mike Skinner, 6 minus 1 is a 5. He rolled Snake Eyes. He's good. Michael Waltrip, the fuming driver, 5 minus 1 is a 4. He's collected up in this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 car pileup. Ouch. Looks like there's going to be some drivers, besides Rusty Wallace, not going to be finishing this race. So, just taking out mostly the bottom field. Where are we in the race result? Because I need to figure out. We are in the second mid part. So we're in the middle for trouble. So we got a B. Plus 1 for repairs, so middle is 8. So Dale Jarrett to stay in has to get a 9 or less. He rolls box cars, so Dale Jarrett is out of the race. Elliott Sandler, he's got a B, so he will also need 9. And we got exactly 9, so Elliott Sadler manages to get himself back out there. Scott Riggs is a C, so he needs an 8. And we rolled exactly 8, so Scott Riggs gets his vehicle back out. Jeremy Mayfield is a C, so he also needs an 8. And we got a 10, so Jeremy Mayfield is out of the race. Clint Boyer, he is a B, so he needs a 9. Oops, and of course I tossed the dice. But he only rolled a 2, so even if this thing's a 6, he's okay. Clint Boyer manages to makes it back into the race. Jeff Burton, he's got a B crew, so he needs a 9 or less. He goes a 6, so he's good. He's back out. Martin Truex Jr. Let's move these guys up so I can see better. He is a B, so that'll be a 9 or less. He rolls a 6, so Martin Truex Jr. gets back out. Ricky Craven is a D, so he needs a 7 or less. I rolled an 8, so Ricky Craven is out of the race. Brian Vickers is a C, so he needs an 8. He got a 7, so Brian Vickers is back in. Jeff Green is a D, so he needs a 7 or less. I rolled an 8, so Jeff Green is out of the race. Steve Park is also a D, so also he needs a 7 or less. He gets a 6, so Steve Park manages to stay in it. Jamie McMurray is a B, so he needs a 9 or less. He gets a 7, he's back in. Joe Nemechek is an E, so he needs a 6 or less. He gets a 4, so he's actually in. And then we got Casey Kane with a B, first pit crew, so that'll be a 9. He's back in it. Michael Waltrip has got a C, so he needs an 8 or less. And he rolls exactly an 8, so Michael Waltrip, the Fiume driver, is still back in. Okay. So that was a big wreck. How many drivers did we lose? We lost 1, 2, 3, 4. Not that bad. We lost 4 drivers. Dale Jarrett, Jeremy Mayfield, Ricky Craven, and Jeff Green. So those drivers are now out. And the big wreck is over. There's going to be 2 yellows. And yep, we're into the next phase. So Jeff Gordon gets a performance chip for leading for over 10 laps. Or sorry, 10 turns, not 10 laps. So he took over in turn 10, so turn 20 was the big accident. So we had 2 turns of yellow. So now we're on turn 23. Turn 23 is going to be top group 5, which is going to be reflex. So Ward Burton has got reflex. He gets a 2 for gas pedal. 6 would be the automatic fail for Jeff Gordon, but he will spend his new chip. Keep Ward Burton away from first. Kevin Harvick's going to get a shot now. Two for gas. Again, this is what reflex. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So unless the blue is a 6, there's going to be no pass. So next one will be Carl Edwards. He's actually got a chip to spend, so Jeff Gordon is going to end up losing his lead, no matter what happens here. He is going to have to spend his chip to do it, but Carl Edwards will grab first place from Jeff Gordon. That will end turn 23. Carl Edwards back in first. And we got 4 is going to be the middle group with a 10, which is trouble. So we got trouble beginning in the middle group. So I might as well move this up. Actually, maybe I'll move it over here. Because I got Tony Stewart first, so escape 10 minus 1. And so he needs a 9, he's okay. Dale Earnhardt Jr., 7 minus 1, 6. He's fine. Dale Earnhardt, 6, he's okay. Kyle Busch, 8 minus 1, 7. He's okay. Kurt Busch, 7 minus 1, he needs a 6. He's okay. So far I've been rolling low. Jimmy Johnson, 8 minus 1 is a 7. He's the first one get collected. David Rudiman, what's that? An 8 minus 1, so 7. He's okay. Ryan Newman, 7 minus 1 is a 6. He's okay. Johnny Benson, 6 minus 1 is a 5. He just barely gets in it. He's rolled a 6. Johnny Benson is involved in this. Matt Kenseth, 8 minus 1 is a 7. Rolled an 8, so Matt Kenseth gets caught up in this. Sterling Marlin, 5 minus 1. 8. Sterling Marlin gets caught up. And what about Mark Martin here? 9 minus 1 is an 8. Boxcars, he goes. Now there is a rule for the big one, but the big one starts at 6 for the middle. So I believe. Let me just double check that. I think we're 1 car away from the big one. Yeah, 6 or more drivers, so the big one does not happen, so we don't have to go through the bottom group. So, I guess first off, David Rudiman's going to move up. Ryan Newman's going to move up. Bobby Labonte comes back up. Denny Hamlin's going to come up. Terry Labonte is going to come up. Ricky Rudd's going to come up. And we're going to get a TV guy back up here, which would be Greg Biffle. So they are back up to the mid group. Let's see if these guys stay in the race. So we are in the second part still, right? Yep, mid part. Jimmy Johnson's got an A, so he needs you get a +1 for repair, right? Yep. So he needs a 10 or less. 9. Jimmy Johnson stays in the race. Johnny Benson is a C, so he needs 7 + 1, so that's 8. And we get a 10, so Johnny Benson is out of the race. Matt Kenseth is an A, so he needs 9 + 1, so that's 10. He gets a 9, so Matt Kenseth stays in. Sterling Marlin is a C, so 7 + 1, so he needs an 8. Roll 11, so Sterling Marlin is out of the race. And then we got Mark Martin. He is a C, so it's 7 + 1, so he needs 8. And Mark Martin stays in the race. So we have a 5-car wreck. And from that, we lose another 2 drivers. So Johnny Benson Jr. will finish 38th. Sterling Marlin will finish 37th. And that will also produce a yellow flag for 2 rounds. And we come up straight to pits. So the pits roll is going to be top group's going to get the shot, and the 6 in 2 groups swap spots. So Ward Burton and Bill Elliott will swap. And then Dale Earnhardt, Ricky Rudd will swap. Greg Biffle and Kyle Busch will swap. And then we roll for fast pit. Carl Edwards is a 10. And he gets a 7, so Carl Edwards will get one. Jeff Gordon is a 9. We get ourselves a 6, so Jeff Gordon will get one. Ward Burton is a 4 for a fast pit. And he gets a 5. Kevin Harvick is a 9 for a fast pit. He gets 11. Jerry Nadeau is a 4 for a fast pit. He gets 11. Joey Logano is a 7. And he gets 1. Bill Elliott is a 6. He gets boxcar, so he just maintains this one he's got. So now people that gain the chips, they get to move up. So Joey Logano will move up there. Ward Burton will move down. Bill Elliott will move up. Kevin Harvick will move down. And there we go. Then we get to roll the black die to see which part of the top group gets a challenge for the leader. We get a 5, so that's going to be Ward Burton. So he needs to get a 4 or less in the red. And he gets a 1. And Carl Edwards will spend his performance chip to keep the lead. And that ends that turn. So we're now into turn 28. And we're going to get mid-group 7, which is going to be skill. So who's got skill here? Dale Earnhardt's got skill. So he's going to try to move up to the top group. 2 for gas pedal. He will threaten Ward Burton with a 5. 1, 2, 3 defense. So Dale Earnhardt will overtake Ward Burton. And we're still on the skill, so Terry Labonte gets a chance to move up. Terry Labonte's got a 6 for a gas pedal, so that's going to be a fail. Bobby Labonte is going to go for it now. Three for gas pedal is good. He'll be challenging Joey Logano with a 1. But Joey Logano's got a defensive 2, so that will be enough. Ryan Newman's got skill with a star, so Ryan Newman's going to get 2 chances to move up to the top group. 5 is above his gas, so that's not going to work. And a 6 is also above his gas, so David Ritterman's got some skill. He's going to try to break into the top group. And I can't see anything there. So 2 is good for gas. He's going to be going for Bill Elliott with a 3, which would be a success, I think, right? 1, 2, yeah, 2 defense. So Bill Elliott will spend his chip, keep his position. Greg Biffle gets 2 chances to break into the top now. He's got a 3 for gas. He's threatening Dale Earnhardt with a 4. So for Bill's got 1, 2, 3, 4 defense, so that's going to fail. Greg Biffle gets a second chance though. He gets a 1 for gas. He's challenging Bill Elliott this time with a 4. Bill Elliott has got a 2 defense, so Bill Elliott will fall behind. Greg Biffle comes up. He Red's got some skill. 5 gas pedal though is not going to work. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is going to try to join his dad up in the top group. 6 for gas pedal is not going to do it. Tony Stewart's going to try to move up to the top group. One for gas is good. He'll be challenging Joey Logano. That would be an automatic failure, but Joey's got a chip and he will spend it. And that ends that turn 28, so we're at the turn 29 now. Turn 29. 5 is going to be the bottom group with 8. So we're looking at control for the bottom group. So Mark Martin's got a chance to move back into the mid group. He gets a 1 for gas, challenging 3 odd. So that'll be Kurt Busch he's challenging. Oh no, sorry, David Redeman. David Redeman's odd, sorry about that. With a 4. And yeah, so David Redeman will move all the way down to last place now. Mark Martin will move up to 13th. And we are on control still. So Matt Kenseth is going to have a couple of shots to move back up. So the guys who were kind of collected in the accident and getting their chances to come back up now. We got a 5 for gas pedal, which will fail. Oh, hold on. That's triples. Triples, triples, triples. That is a problem, if I remember right. This is the first time I've actually gotten triples. Instead, Matt Kenseth says a problem. So we have to roll to see what he's going to have. 53. Handling issues. He's got a rule for repair. So his repair is an A. This is a problem in the middle. So he has to roll 10. 10 or less, I think. Yep. He does manage to repair, but Matt Kenseth will go to the bottom. Now it does not result in a yellow flag. So basically we continue on then. And we were continuing on, what was it again? It was control, wasn't it? I think we were running under control. Yeah, it was control. It was control. I'm going to put this up to 8 so I remember. It is control we're under. So Jimmy Johnson's got a couple of tries at it. He's got a 1 gas, 5 odd. So if you're looking at Terry Labonte with a 1, Terry Labonte does have a control in the star, so 2 defense. So Jimmy Johnson will fail on his first try. Jimmy Johnson on the second try, 1 for gas, going for 1 odd. So you're looking at Dale Earnhardt with a 2. Earnhardt's got 2 stars, so no. Jimmy Johnson just couldn't get the right person picked. We got Casey Kane for control. One for gas, going for, again, Dale Earnhardt. And again, Dale Earnhardt will succeed. Joe Nemechek will be next. Two for gas. You'll be going for 2 even, which would be Ricky Rudd. with a 4. Ricky Rudd will have a 2 defense, so yeah, Ricky Rudd will fall back to the bottom group. John Nemechek will move up to 10th. Jamie McMurray's going to get a chance to move up. Four gas is good. He'll be going for 6 even, which will be Ward Burton with a 5, which should be enough. Yeah. So Ward Burton will fall back to the bottom group. Jamie McMurray goes up. Steve Park doesn't get a chance to roll. Yeah, there's Brian Vickers, Mark Truex Jr., Jeff Burton. Clint Boyer's got control. He gets a 6 for a gas pedal, so that's not going to work. Scott Riggs has also got control. Scott Riggs 3, that is good for his gas pedal, so he will go for 6 odds. He's going for Kyle Busch with a 4, and that is enough for Scott Riggs to supplant Kyle Busch in the mid group. Mike Skinner is next with control. He's got a 3 for gas pedal, which is good. He is going for the 5 group odd, so that would be Terry Labonte with a 5, and that is enough. So Mike Skinner will replace Terry Labonte in the mid group. I got Brad Keselowski now. 5 for gas is not going to work. And Juan Pablo Mateo doesn't get a chance. So that's the end of turn 29. Now we're into turn 30. Carl Edwards is still leading. And we've got the bottom group again. This time with a 4, which is TV. So we know there's not too many TV people in here. So this is going to be a very quick one. Just have to flip through until we get to the TV. So Steve Park gets a chance to move up as a TV driver. 5 for gas. That one's going to be a fail. Then we got Brian Vickers is also a TV driver. And 4 for gas is not enough, and that will end it. I guess I'm pretty sure that is it for the TV drivers. Yeah. I think. Yeah, because we had 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Did we lose one? I'm assuming we lost the TV driver. Oh yeah, we lost Dale Jarrett a long time ago. That is right. So there's only 7 TV drivers left in the race. So that ends turn 30. All right, we're going to do turn 31 now. Daytona 500. And we got a 6, which is going to be a duel. 5 is going to be number 5 car in top group. So Dale Earnhardt is going to want a duel. Is he going to duel? Well, obviously want to duel Carl Edwards. Does he want to take the lead? And with a 4, he succeeds. Dale Earnhardt duels Carl Edwards. Takes the lead, gains a performance chip. But now Carl Edwards has to survive a trouble result. There should be 10 minus 1, which is a 9. and he gets exactly 9, so he does so he does survive the trouble result, and that ends turn 31. So just like that, Dale Earnhardt duels for the lead and takes it and gets a performance chip. And we got, of course, a change in the lead. Just before Carly Edwards, he was 2 away from getting an extra performance chip for having it for 10 turns. So Dale Earnhardt duels for the lead and has got it, and has got a chip to help defend it. Turn it into turn 32. 5 is the bottom group. We got 6, which is going to be the star quality. So Matt Kenseth is a star, so he's going to try to get out of last place here. 2 for gas. He will be challenging 2 even, which will be Joe Nemechek with a 2. And that is enough. So Matt Kenseth will move back up to the middle group. Place no Nemechek in last. Dave Ritterman has got skill. Oh, sorry, it's star ability, isn't it? Yeah, it's star ability, sorry. I don't know why I thought it was skill. So no, David Ritterman doesn't get it. Star. Jimmy Johnson is a star with also star beside his star, so he gets 2 chances. 6 for gas pedal is going to fail in his first. And in the second, he gets 3. Which is good for his gas. He'll challenge 2 odd, which would be Bill Elliott with a 1. Which unfortunately, Bill does have the star ability, which gives him the 1 defense, so that will not work. Jimmy Johnson just couldn't get up there. Michael Waltrip's got star. I don't know if I want a fuming driver to kind of move up, but he's fuming with a 6. That's not going to work. Casey Kane. Casey Kane. 4 is good for his gas. 5 even. That will be Mike Skinner. He is challenging for 3. And that will do it. So Skinner will come back down. Casey Kane moves back into the mid group. And we're looking for more star qualities. Elliott Sadler is a star, so he will get 1. Three for gas is good. He will challenge 3 odd. So that'll be Mark Martin he's challenging. And with 3, that will be good enough. Elliott Sadler will replace Mark Martin in the top, in the mid group, I mean. Terry Labonte doesn't got star. Brett Keselowski doesn't. And that will end that. So a few people moving up to the mid. Turn 33 now. We got 6, which is going to be a duel. We got doubles, which is going to be a problem. So number 10 is number 6 cars and middle group. So these guys will have the chance to do the duels. Scott Riggs going to try it, or he's just going to be happy where he is. That's only a 50% shot. But he would get a chip, too. You know what? I think Scott Riggs is going to pass on it. I think for him, I'm going to pass. Jamie McMurray, I think I'm going to pass with him too. I think just not going to take the chance. And we're just going to do the problem then. So the problem will be, I'm going to identify the car with the problem, which is going to be driver number 2 odd. So that will be, oh, Bill Elliott's got a problem. What's going to happen to Bill Elliott? Bill Elliott, 23. Tire rub dropped to front of bottom group, pit crew A or B, no tire rub. It's not in A and B, so he gets a tire rub. Rubs tires with someone, drops to the top of the groups. Everybody here will get to move up. So I get a roll for fill the gap, I guess. Well, Pablo Monteo. No. Brad Keselowski. Yep. Brad Keselowski will end up filling the gap. And then Bill Elliott will go to the top, so he will be 20th. Right. Okay, so Bill Elliott loses a few places. He drops from 11th place to 20th right now. That ends that round. Scott Riggs, Jamie McMurray decided not to do the duel. You know, it's just, I don't know how to handle duels kind of yet. I just kind of look at their ratings in general and just see if it's worth the risk or not. So I look at their escape, their pit crew, and their gas pedal. What do we got here? So this is going to be mid-group, and it's going to be 7, which is going to be skill. So Brad Keselowski is going to get a shot moving up to the top group. And we get it was a 6 gas pedal, so that's going to fail. Scott Riggs gets a shot at it. I almost kind of feel almost like you should always try the duel because you can get a performance chip, but then again, if it might take you out of the race. Because I have had it where it has taken current people out of the race, and it just sucks, especially if you're not that good of a driver. Scott Riggs gets a 3, which is good. He'll be challenging Carl Edwards, but with Carl Edwards with a 1, that's going to be defended. Jamie McMurray. One for gas. He will be challenging Joey Logano with a 3. Joey Logano will have a 2 defense, so that will work. Jamie McMurray will move into the top group. Joey Logano moves back. Bobby Labonte's got a shot to move up. Two for gas, which is good. He'll be challenging Kevin Harvick, and it will be a 2. And 2 is enough for to defend. Ryan Newman's going to get 2 shots at it. He gets a 2 for gas. He'll be challenging Jamie McMurray with a 2. And unfortunately, 2 does succeed in defense. Oh, actually, that was triple, so he actually gets a problem. I just realized that. 2, 2, 2. So Ryan Newman's got a problem. 64, engine trouble. Roll for repair. So we get a roll for repair for him. He is an A. We are still in the middle, right? Yeah, we're just as the last turn of the middle, so he's lucky in that regard. So he just needs a 10. Yeah, he needs a 10. And he doesn't, so he passes that, but he will have to go to the back. Skill, Dale Earnhardt Jr. We'll get a shot at it. Two for gas. He's going to challenge Jerry Nadeau with a 5, and that should be enough. Yep. So Dale Earnhardt Jr. will bump Jerry Nadeau down, and he's now up in the top group. And then we got Tony Stewart with the last shot. He gets a 6 for gas pedal, so that will not work. So now we got to fill the gap. So we got to go to the top group here. Oh, all these guys move up first. And Bill Elliott's going to get the first shot at filling the gap. He rolls a 6, so he doesn't. Juan Pablo Mateo, he does. So he comes up to 19th. Poor Bill Elliott. Just the one roll not to get back up there again from falling out. All right, that is the 34th turn. We are now done 2/3 of the race, so we're in the final third. Turn 35. We get a 1, which is the top group. And it's a 6, so it's star quality. So Kevin Harvick has got the star quality. He will go first, trying to take out Dale Earnhardt. Now Dale Earnhardt's got star 1, 2, 3, so it has to be a blue 6 for any chance. So make this quick. Just gonna look for a blue 6. Nope. Carl Edwards is a star. There's a blue 6. 5 is above his gas though, so that fails anyways. Dale Earnhardt Jr. has got a shot at it. No blue 6. Greg Biffle's got a shot at it. Again, I need a blue 6. Don't get it. Jimmy McMurray isn't a star. Now Jeff Gordon is a star with a star beside it, so he gets 2 shots. He does it on the first one. Second one, he doesn't, but he does have a chip. Is that going to be worth it? If I spin the chip, he spins... No, we just both lose it. No, never mind. We'll just keep it as it is. It's better to have chips than not. That'll end the 35th turn. Turn 36, and then we got another pit stop. Yeah, we got 4, so the mid group's going to try to move up to the top. Again, with star rating for 6. Star, so Casey Kane's going to try to move up. Four for gas is good. He'll be challenging Dale Earnhardt Jr. with a 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just barely enough to knock Dale Earnhardt Jr. back down. Casey Kane moves up. Denny Hamlin's got a shot at it. Six for gas. That's not going to work. Bobby Labontier's got another shot at getting up there. One, which is good. He'll be challenging Kevin Harvick with a 4. And Harvick's got a defensive 1, 2, 3, so that just barely gets it. So Bobby Labonte will bump Kevin Harvick up, and he'll get up in the top group. Elliott Sadler is next. He rolls triple sixes, so he is got a problem. Wow, now it's starting to roll triples. Elliott Sadler. Going to have problem number 36. Vibration drop to front of bottom group. Just gets a bunch of vibrations. He has to fall back, drops to top of the bottom group. Just before that happens, though, okay, so we're basically here for stars, so I'll be where Matt says. We gotta move everybody up. Fill the gap. We got a 2, which should be enough for Bill Elliott to move up. And then Elliott Sadler goes where Bill Elliott was, 20th place. So he falls back. Matt Kenseth now gets a shot. Three for gas. He will be challenging Jamie McMurray with a 6, which is an automatic fail. So Matt Kenseth will bump Jamie McMurray back. Then we got Tony Stewart. He's got a star with a star beside his name, so he's got 2 shots to move up in the top group. He's got a 6 for his first gas one, so that's gonna go work. And another 6 for his gas. So Tony Stewart's not having any luck. And that ends this turn. And now we go for gas pit time. It's time to hit the pits. And it's going to be a 5, which means it's going to be both the top and the bottom group. 3 and 2 swap. So Greg Biffle and Matt Kenseth will swap. Kevin Harvick, Jamie McMurray will swap. And Denny Hamlin and Kurt Busch will swap. So now everybody gets a chance to get a chip here. So Dale Earnhardt first. He's got a fast pit of 8. And he gets a 6, so he gets 1. Jeff Gordon's got a fast pit of 9. He gets 1. Greg Biffle, fast pit of 5. 7, he doesn't get 1. Matt Kenseth is next, fast pit of 9. And he rolls Snake Eye, so he gets 1. Casey Kane, fast pit of 8. He gets an 11. Carl Edwards, fast pit of 10. He gets a 3, so he gets 1. Bobby Labonte's got a fast pit of 7. And he gets 4, so he gets 1. Tony Stewart's got a fast pit of 10. And 5, he gets 1. Jerry Nadeau, fast pit of 4. He doesn't get 1. Kevin Harvick, fast pit of 9. And for 8, he gets 1. Denny Hamlin with a fast pit of 9. He gets 11. He doesn't get 1. Jimmy Murray, fast pit of 6. He gets 1. Kurt Busch, fast pit of 7. 5, 6, 7, exactly. He gets 1. Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s got a fast pit of 9. And he gets 9, so he barely gets 1. Joey Logano. Yeah, sure, let's drop a die, why don't we? So we don't know where it went. Oh, way underneath there. Way underneath the table. So I was rolling for, who was it? Joey, I think, Logano. And he will get 1. Scott Riggs, fast pit of 5. 6, he doesn't get one. Brad Keselowski, fast pit of 7. He gets one. Juan Pablo Montoya, fast pit of 7. He gets one. Bill Elliott, fast pit of 6. And he's got an 8, so he doesn't get one. So now, everybody with chips gets to move up. So Matt Kenseth will move up to 3rd. Then Carl Edwards will swap there. Pablo Labonte will swap there. Kevin Harvick will swap there. Jimmy McMurray will swap there. Kurt Busch will swap there. Dale Earnhardt will go there. Joey Logano will go there. Brad Keselowski will go there. And Juan Pablo Montoya will go there. Alright, so we'll roll the black die to see which one of these guys here get to challenge the leader. So that will be 5, Greg Biffle. He gets a 1, so that will be a successful challenge, but Dale Earnhardt will spin a performance chip to maintain his lead. And the pits are done. So we're into turn 38 now. Lots of performance chips out there now, so Jeff Gordon's the only one with 2. And we got, that's going to be the mid-tier. And we rolled Snake Eyes, so there's going to be trouble and then also a problem. So I guess we'll do the trouble rolls first. Before we do the problem. So middle group. With a lot of performance chips, so there should not be a big one, because I should never be able to get 6 now. So escape -1. So Tony Stewart will be a 9 then. He's okay. Kevin Harvick would be a 10. Okay. Jimmy Murray would be a 7. Okay. Kurt Busch would be a 6. Nope, he's not okay. He has to spend a chip. Dale Earnhardt Jr. would be a 6. Nope, he has to spend a chip. Joey Logano would be an 8. He's okay. Brad Keselowski would have to be an 8. And he's okay. Monteo, he would have to be a 7. He's okay. Scott Riggs will have to be a 6. He's collected. Jerry Nadeau has to be a 6. He is collected. And Denny Hamlin, that would be a 10. He's okay. Bill Elliott needs an 8, and he got exactly an 8. So this accident only collects 2 drivers, so there still will be a yellow. Just 1 yellow though. So what would happen is Denny Hamlin will move up. Bill Elliott will move up. Elliott Sadler would get 18th. Terry Labonte would move up to 19th. Now we got to see if these guys are able to repair. Scott Riggs has got a C. We're in the final, so he needs C is +1. So 5 + 1 is a 6. And he rolls an 8, so Scott Riggs is out of the race. Jerry Nadeau has an E with a +1, so that's 3 + 1 is a 4. Not much of a chance for Jerry Nadeau, but we'll see here how the roll goes. It's an 8, so Jerry Nadeau will also crash out of the race. So we'll lose another TV driver. And then we still got to deal with the problem. So first thing we're going to do is deal with who has the problem. 52. That will be driver number 5 even. So that will be Denny Hamlin is going to be the one that's going to have the problem. He's got problem number 15. Cut tire causes wreck. Roll on trouble repair chart. Yellow flag. So we're already going to have 1 lap of yellow. So I guess that means we're going to have 2 laps of yellow then. Denny Hamlin is going to have to roll again a trouble. -1, so 10. Let me just read that again. Oh, so it causes a wreck for him. Denny Hamlin is wrecked. Okay, so trouble means rolling trouble is in trouble. This chart for giving myself back. So I rolled a 6. His pit crew was an 8, so he needed an 8. So Denny Hamlin will come back into the race. He moves to the back, though. And then Mark Martin will move up into 19th spot. Then we'll have 2 yellows. 1 for the original trouble, and then 1 for... which will take us all the way to turn 40. Okay, now for break time. All right, we're down to the final 10 laps of... I'm sorry, 10 turns, not 10 laps, because they're not done by laps. Each kind of turn is roughly a certain distance in the race, so it could include multiple laps. But we're on to turn 41. Dale Earnhardt's been in the lead since turn 31, so if he can make it through this turn, he will get an extra performance chip to defend his lead. Right now the field is down to 34 cars. We have lost, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 cars so far. Do attrition. So we got top group with 6, so that will be the star quality we're looking for. So Casey Kane's going to take the first shot at Dale Earnhardt. So Dale Earnhardt's going to be struggling to keep himself there. I mean, star quality does help him. That's going to make it, they have to be a blue 6 to, and there's a blue 6 there. But the red 5 is not within Casey Kane's gas, so that's going to be a fail anyways. So Dale Earnhardt's lucky there. He doesn't have to burn his chip up yet. Greg Biffle, again, might as well look unless it's a blue 6. And we do have a blue 6. We do have a red 2. So Dale Earnhardt will have to burn his chip to keep Greg Biffle back. But now he's definitely going to lose because all these other people have got stars and have got chips. So unfortunately, Dale Earnhardt's not going to survive long enough to get that extra bonus. It was a good run for Dale Earnhardt, though. Bobby Labontier's got a 3. He'll have to spend his chip to get first. To bump Dale Earnhardt off. Now, I'm not going to keep the chips because all these people have got chips and we'll probably end up bumping them off anyways. So I don't save chips that way. I just save chips on that specific action. Carl Edwards. 6, that's going to be a failure. So he will have to spend his chip to take first from Bobby Labonte. Matt Kenseth. He gets a 4 within his gas. 4. Still going to need out to be 6. So Kinson's going to have to spend his chip to get up to the first. So everybody's going to be spending their chips here. Jeff Gordon's got 2 chips, so if Jeff Gordon is lucky, he's also got 2 stars, so he has to get 2 attempts. So if he's lucky, he will have to spend a chip and he'll have 2 for defense. But he needs a blue 6 in these first 2 rolls to not spend a chip. And what do we got there? 1, no. So he will have to spend a chip. And Jeff Gordon will take first. And he'll be able to hold on to first with an extra chip. That ends this turn. So leader change on turn 34. Jeff Gordon takes back the lead. He had the lead from like turn 10 to turn 23. So things are looking good for Jeff Gordon right now. All right, turn 42. We got mid-group going to try to break into the top group. 9 is going to be the heat quality. There's not too many people that usually have heat. So Juan Pablo Montoya does, and he's got a chip. This is where all these guys spinning the chips are going to have problems because there's still a lot of people in the mid-group that have got chips. 1 for gas. He'll be challenging Matt Kinseth with a 2. Matt Kinseth does have heat, so that usually would be a fail, but he's got a chip to spend. So he will spend it. So Matt Kinseth's down. Now, anybody else with heat? Tony Stewart's got heat. Five for gas is a fail. He was targeting Casey Kane. So what Tony Stewart will do then is he will spend his chip to move Casey Kane back, and he'll move up into the top group. That will end that turn. So we had to turn 43. And what do we got? We got 2, which is going to be the top group. 5, which is reflex, and it is still reflex. So Tony Stewart's got reflex, so he's going to take a shot at Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon's going to have 2. He's got reflex, so it has to be a blue 6 for any chance. So no. Dale Earnhardt's got reflex. No blue 6. Bobby Labate's got reflex. And a blue 5. That was close. Carl Edwards needs a blue 6. And he doesn't get it, so nobody can push Jeff Gordon off. So that will end that turn. So now we're into turn 44. And again, we got top group. Again with 5 reflex. So again, this is going to require a 6. Tony Stewart gets to go first. No blue 6. I also got to watch out for triples here too. Dale Earnhardt gets the next shot at it. Nope. Bobby Labonte gets the next shot at it. Where's that blue die? It's a 4. The red die was a 6 anyways. Carl Edwards. Nope. And again, say when you got the 2 break and you got the ability, and it's really hard to bump you off of there. I mean, even with that chip, which would have helped too. But turn 45. I mean, it can't happen. It's just a lot tougher. We got a 6. We got a Silver dual. And we do have doubles, so that's going to be a problem. And we got 10. Number 4 cars in middle group. So Matt Kinseth and Brad Keselowski, you got chances to duel right now. And then we have to have a problem in the middle group. Might as well. Matt Kinseth is going to duel Casey Kane. He doesn't have a performance chip, so with a 2, so that succeeds. Matt Kinseth moves up. Gains a performance chip, but now Casey Kane has to roll for trouble. For 5, he actually is okay. Now Brad Keselowski, don't want to duel anybody with a chip, so you might as well duel Kurt Busch. Because you got a chip, you can get an automatic success. Because of 5... At least I believe you can spin a chip for a duel. Let me just double check that. Where's performance chips? Yeah, I can win a challenge or a duel. So he will spend his chip to win the duel. So he will duel Kurt Busch. Of course, he gets a chip back for winning the duel. Kurt Busch now has to roll for trouble. 7 minus 1, so 6. 10. Kurt Busch has problems. So he's going to go back, which means he's going to be fuming too now. So we're going to have 2 fuming drivers. Kurt Busch and Michael Waltrip are fuming. But Kenny has got himself back out there. So with an A under trouble, 7 plus 1, so he needs an 8. And he gets a 9. Actually, no, Kurt Busch is out. Never mind about fuming. He's probably going to be feuding now. He's going to be feuding with Brad Keselowski. Because he just took Kurt Busch right out of the race. So Kurt Busch will finish 34th. Ouch. Of course, I think that's going to produce a yellow too. It's going to produce a yellow. Kyle Busch will come up. Now we're going to deal with the problem. So first we're going to identify the car with the problem. So it's going to be 62. That's going to be driver number 6 even. So that's going to be Mark Martin who's got the problem. Mark Martin gets problem number 54. Bumped from side, internal damage. Roll for repair. So he gets bumped from the side. He's got some internal damage. He's got to roll for repair. See if he gets back out there. His crew is a C with a +1. So 5 plus 1 is 6. And Mark Martin does not make it back into the race. Ouch. Just like that, we lose Kurt Busch and Mark Martin. Clint Boyer will move up. Ooh, we're now down to a field of 32 cars. And we got to have one yellow after this turn is done. Okay, so yeah, that's kind of bad news. So we're now down into our final 5 laps. We got a pit thing here first. Last pit stop. That's a chance to pick up some performance chips. And we get a 1. Should be top group. We also got doubles, so that's a black flag, if I remember right. This doesn't happen to me too often. Just give me a second. The drivers in that numbered box considered to have committed a pit rules violation. So Tony Stewart commits a pit rule violation. Yeah, so we got a black flag. So what did Tony Stewart do? Tony Stewart on a 6. He did some unsafe driving in the pits. So Tony Stewart gets black flag, goes all the way to the bottom. So Matt Kenseth will now move up. Kevin Harvick. Or actually, hold on a second. It would be fill the gap, wouldn't it? Or actually, I think it's said by yellow. Sorry, let me just double check the rules here. Yeah, so basically, it's not automatic. I think it's a fill the gap. I think. So Matt Kenseth. Nope. Kevin Harvick. Yeah, so Kevin Harvick will move up. And then what do we got here? Burton will move up. So Tony Stewart, some unsafe driving, throws him to the back. So now we got to do the fast pit for the top group. So Jeff Gordon has got a 9. Rolls boxcars, does not get one. Ooh, that might cost him the race. Montoya, 7. He gets one. Carl Edwards got a fast pit of 10. He gets one. Bobby Lamonte's got a fast pit of 7. He doesn't get one. Dale Earnhardt, fast pit of 8. Doesn't get one. Greg Biffle, fast pit of 5. Doesn't get one. Kevin Harvick, fast pit of 9. He gets one. Oh, Kevin Harvick with two chips is looking really good for this race. Now we get to roll to see who gets a shot at Jeff Gordon. It is going to be Juan Pablo Montoya. So that would be a success. And he would spend and defend, and it would be spend a success. So basically, Jeff Gordon wants to keep his chip, so he's just going to let Juan Pablo Montoya take the lead for now. So that will end this turn. So that would be turn 47. And we got a new leader in Juan Pablo Montoya. No yellow flag or anything like that. So now we've got 3 more turns till the end of the race. So it's going to be really important what these dice are. One's going to be top group. And we've got 8. So it's going to be control. Kevin Harvick's got control. So he doesn't have control, but he does have 1 break. So Basically, he's got a defense of 3. So we got a 4, which is a success, and a 6, which should be a failure. So Kevin Harvick will succeed no matter what for spending chips and stuff. So no point. He's got 2. So Juan Pablo Montoya is going to keep his chip and just accept the defeat. Kevin Harvick's going to have 2 for defense, though. Dale Earnhardt is going to try. Kevin Harvick with 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4. So unless the blue die is a 5 or 6, forget it. Yeah. Bobby Labonte. Oh, there's a 6, so a 1. So that would be a success, but Kevin Harvick's going to have to spend one of his chips to defend against Bobby Labonte. This is where I said that keeping the chips is really important. But now we're chipping away at it. Carl Edwards got control again with a 5 or a 6 blue, which we don't have. But he could spend a chip, but that will spend his chip, so that will give it no advantage, so we'll leave it. And then Jeff Gordon is... Oh, actually, Carl Edwards has got a star beside his control, so he gets 2 shots at it. Carl Edwards gets another shot. 5 for gas is a failure, though. And again, if he spends, he'll just spend. So, yeah, keep the chips. Control, Jeff Gordon. Yeah, no. If he spends, yeah, he's just going to let that go. We got 2 laps left. 2 turns left. And we get middle group trying to move up to the top. But it's 11, so that'll be the smart drivers. So smart drivers, so we look at Kyle Busch trying to move up. Five for gas is going to be a fail. Elliott Sadler's going to try to move up. Six for gas is going to be a fail. Joey Logano, and he's got a chip. One for gas. He'll be challenging Bobby Labonte with a 3. 1, 2, which would be enough, and he'll get up there and also keep his chip. And any more smart drivers? Nope, that is it. So Bobby Labonte falls back. Joey Logano moves up. He's also got a chip, so we got the leaderboard with another chip. So final turn. Final turn. Where is the battle for position going to be? And we get 3, which is going to be mid-group. 4, TV. There is no TV drivers in the mid-group. So that ends the race right there. So we got our winner, Kevin Harvick. Will take the lead. And, oh, I forgot to mark down when he took the lead. I think that was turn 48, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Number 29, Kevin Harvick. Yeah, Kevin Harvick wins the Daytona 500. Jeff Gordon places second. Carl Edwards third. Joey Logano places fourth. Dale Earnhardt places fifth. Greg Biffle places sixth. Juan Pablo Mateo finishes seventh. Matt Kenseth 8th. Jamie McMurray is 9th. Brad Keselowski finishes your top 10 at 10th. Dale Earnhardt is 11th. Bobby Labonte is 12th. Casey Kane is 13th. Bill Elliott's 14th. Elliott Sadler's 15th. Terry Labonte 16th. Kyle Busch 17th. Clint Boyer 18th. Jeff Burton 19th. And your top 20 would be Mark Trudeau Jr. at 20. Okay, then that ends the race. And thanks for watching the Play Property channel.